All right, let's just get right into it. I'm going to make a pretty bold claim here. You're probably scrolling social media completely wrong. I know, I know. But what if I told you there's this one hidden skill, a skill that separates the average person from the creators who just seem to go viral all the time?
You know, it really all comes down to one thing, a huge difference in how you approach it. See, there are basically two ways to scroll your feed. Just two. And believe me, one is way, way more powerful than the other. So, on one hand, you've got what I like to call the zombie scroller. We've all been there, right? Just mindlessly consuming whatever the algorithm throws at us. But then, on the other hand, you have the strategic creator. And this person, they don't just consume. No, they're actively decoding everything they see.
So, what's the difference? What is that one skill, that secret sauce that turns mindless scrolling into like a masterclass for creating your own stuff?
Okay, here it is. The skill is pattern recognition. And let me tell you, this is the absolute game changer. It's all about training your brain to see the code, the matrix behind the memes, the actual strategy behind all those viral stories.
So what do I mean by that? Well, pattern recognition is basically the ability to spot the hidden frameworks, the repeatable formulas, the psychological triggers that make a piece of content just work. It's all happening underneath that flood of posts you see every day. And the key thing here, it's not about what the post says, it's about how it says it.
And the craziest part? The shift in your mindset is so simple. It all starts with asking yourself just one question whenever you see a post that's crushing it. Why did this perform so well? Seriously, that one question, that's the key that unlocks the whole thing.
All right, so you're ready to start looking for these patterns? Awesome. But what exactly are you looking for? Let's break it down. I'm going to give you 5 crucial patterns you can start spotting like today.
And I'll warn you, once you learn to see these 5 things, you'll never be able to unsee them. And trust me, that is a very, very good thing for your own content.
Okay, number 1, visual anchors. Think of these as the scroll stoppers. You gotta look for those intentional choices, like a specific brand color they always use, or a weird font that stands out, or even the same emoji over and over. None of this is random, I promise you. It's all designed to grab your eye and stop your thumb in its tracks.
Next up, pattern 2. Pacing and tension. This is all about the art of controlling the flow of information. The best creators, they make you want to see what's coming next. They create this little bit of suspense that just pulls you down the page,
And actually, this is a perfect example. Just look at how this is laid out. Short sentences, lots of white space from line breaks, a question to keep you moving. See, it guides your eyes and it makes everything super easy to digest. It's literally using the technique to explain the technique. Kind of matter, right?
Pattern number 3 is all about trigger words, okay? These are words that are chosen for one reason: maximum emotional impact. When you see words like never or because or phrases like the one thing no one talks about, that's a deliberate trigger. It's designed to push a psychological button and make you lean in a little closer.
All right, pattern 4 is posting cadence. It's not just what you post, it's when you post. Go look at one of your favorite creators' profiles. Is there a rhythm? Do they post every single morning at 8 a.m. sharp, only on weekends? There's usually a very deliberate strategy behind their timing, all designed to get the most eyeballs.
And last but not least, number 5, their engagement strategy. I mean, how are they actually getting people to react? Look for those super direct calls to action or the questions that are clearly designed to start a war in the comments. You know the ones. It's all about the hooks that promise you something if you engage. And believe me, it is almost never an accident.
Okay, theory is great, but let's make this practical. I've got a super simple but really powerful exercise you can do, like the second this is over. It's just 3 steps, super simple. First, pick one creator you really admire. Second, go to their profile and look at their last 20 posts. And third, now this is the most important part, do not just read them. I want you to reverse engineer them. Really break them down.
And here's a little checklist for you. As you're looking, ask yourself, what's their tone like? What about their timing? Are there any visuals or symbols that keep popping up? What's their go-to engagement strategy? And what about the structure? The formatting, the line breaks we talked about.
Look, this isn't just a one-and-done kind of thing. Doing this over and over, it completely rewires how you see your social media feed. It builds that creator's mindset we were talking about.
Because ultimately, that's the whole point, right? You're literally training your brain to see the invisible architecture that most people just scroll right past without a second thought. You're learning to see the why behind the what.
And when you do this enough, something kind of magical starts to happen. You stop having to rack your brain for ideas. Instead, your brain just starts to automatically see these patterns out in the wild, and it'll start serving up these amazing viral-worthy ideas, bangers, all on its own.
So I'll leave you with this question. Now that you know what to look for, which one of these patterns are you going to try? Are you going to go with a visual anchor, a specific trigger word, maybe play with your posting cadence? Which one will you intentionally use in your very next post?